takeoff 5799.
I don't know if you've seen that. Put it up for a couple seconds. This particular pad ordered 32,000 tons of sand. So far, they received 25,959.50. This was a pretty good pad to work for. We only got a couple days left. According to the gentleman on the dance floor, we will be moving right to the next pad, which wasn't the original pad we were going to go to. It was actually the following pad after the next pad that was scheduled. However, the next pad that's scheduled had some type of issues with the locals or paperwork or whatnot. So we're going to go to the one that's after the one we were supposed to do next. So the next one was the second pad we were going to do. If you understand what I'm saying. Hopefully I made it clear. Here is a staging that we come to. I don't think I ever filmed this part. Sometimes when we come to the pad, there's a secondary staging that we're leaving now, which used to be a different pad. So that's what I talk about as far as they're having clusters of pads and clusters of pads in the same area. Yep. So we're leaving now. You basically can't see nothing. Well, I turned the AC off when that's all dust and sand and silica mixed in. Years of that potentially not good for you. But hey, we here now. We got to get it done. This is West Virginia. I can't see anything in front of me. Well, not in front of me, but at least 10 feet in front of me. Nope. Can't see nothing. So I'm going to slow up, going up. Right now I'm in 4th gear. It's not a terrible climb, but it's definitely a climb. I'm loaded. I don't know if you can see these. I believe there's 2 ladies in front of me. The lady directly in front of me, she's a hard runner. I've got a lot of respect for her. Me and her sort of had words for some reason because one of her drivers, and I try to tell her, hey, if you got a problem with me, talk to your driver, because I wasn't talking to you. She's kind of hardcore, and I guess she got that mama bear protection for her workers, which is pretty dope. I hate that it came down to that. I was kind of upset. I know her husband, I think her ex-husband, I'm not sure. He's the owner of this company. He's not a bad dude by any means. And he's doing very well for himself at this point. And I'm actually happy for them. I remember when they only had it was the father, the son, and another guy, and they run hard. I'm talking about hard. If you're an oil field person and you think you run hard, I'm talking about 15 plus hour days. Anyhow, I got a lot of respect for the Alpha, even though I don't necessarily like their tactics. They are a hard-running outfit, and I got a lot of respect for those people, even though they got a lot of BS-ness to them. A lot of tactics I don't like. They be all up in your business, Anyhow, that's how it is sometimes. So I've recorded this road before, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stay, or how long this video's gonna be for. But let's see what time it is. It's about to be. It's 6:35, Monday, September 29th. I think we got 8 days left on this pad, and we should possibly get a day or maybe a day and a half off, unless they make us load, come back over here and pick up boxes. Sometimes they don't do that. Sometimes they ship off the boxes as loads for a flatbed or a step deck, and they come pick up the boxes and take them to the new pad. So my third load. I'm trying to get one more and be off by possibly anywhere from 6:36 to 10 o'clock. That way I can come back possibly 4 in the morning and get another start to my day. I like working the entire shift, which is 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. But that started a little late this evening, so I'm trying to catch up on these loads. Got someone waiting for us. Trying to catch up to my convoy, and we're going to be hitting this small hill, which is a little killer. Another thing on these routes, there's a lot of drivers that sort of get close to you on these routes, and they think they're very, extremely professional and nothing can happen, but a lot of things happen on these roads, man. There's a guy right now that lost a tire. He's running on his rim. So, anything can happen. So the more space you give somebody, the better. I mean, again, some of these guys, they run often, especially the company, I'm talking the company that's in front of me. I believe they got the first, the 5 trucks in front of me is all the same company. And they are one of the house carriers or one of the primaries to this drilling team, because I think these groups are all teams, and it's basically the same group of guys go from pad to pad, or when they phase out and another group comes, I guess they all work together somehow, some way. Not sure how that works out, but it's usually the same guys. Off to the left, we got another pad. It's a great area for the oil field services. I'm not sure. I know we got hoppers that we stage with. I don't know where they go, if they're coming up this mountain or not, because when they go out, we don't go out. They usually take turns, but I know we possibly use the same pilot, so they're very close to us. I guess we slowing down. There's a little hill that you gotta respect. These hills, if you follow too close, and the person in front of you bogs out, then that's gonna kind of mess you up. So it's better to just give them space. Get a little running start right here, so hopefully she can keep going. She bogged out on that first hill. She bogged out again. There we go. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Had I been right up on her, I would have got stuck on the hill. And at the end of the day, I don't expect anybody to apologize to me, because I drive my truck and you gotta drive yours. So she made a simple mistake. However, if there's been times where we be moving, something like that can cause an incident, and the more space you get, the better. So give people space on these hills, man. Things like that happen. I know when I first got here, we used to get it in, man. We used to be doing like 30, 40 miles an hour on roads like this, but it seems like the locals got upset about things like that and started getting a bad name and started cracking down on that before the company got sold. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy that happened. So you guys can see, last night I had an issue with a gentleman like that, and I was telling him to open up the space between us, because anything could happen. There was actually a car that jumped in front of me, so I stopped, and he went around me in order to avoid hitting the back of my truck. And I got upset at him, because I'm telling him, hey, open up the gap between us. That way there's no incident. Because even if I didn't do anything and he hits me, you're involved in an accident. And even if it's not your fault, you don't want your name with these companies for any reason. You know, this is a local. You want to be respectful to them. You wave. They don't wave. And you know, he's mowing his lawn, living his life, and we're just passing through. So again, you wanna give space. I mean, at this point, you know, we're going 5 miles an hour. There's no space needed. From here on out, there's a gentle lady that I think her father's the property owner, and she had jumped in front of a truck the other day, upset about the speed. So, you know, we try to respect everybody's wishes. She wants us to creep by her house. Someone hit her mailbox and it was fixed immediately. That's how you want things to happen. And try to respect the locals as much as possible. So, you know, give people space, be safe, work hard, and you know, try to work with your team to build a good reputation, because that's what it's about out here. It's about reputation. The company I work with, we got a good person at the helm. He has a real solid temperament. He's not somebody to, you know, act tough, put you down. You know, we talk about protecting the contract and being able to thrive for years to come, because these hills are going to be mine for oil for years to come. You know, they refract the same wells over and over sometimes, and you know, if you come over here with a goal, whatever that goal might be, save for a car, save for a house, buy equipment, you know, it's definitely possible if you make a plan and execute on that plan. So I hope you enjoy this video. Be safe out there. Thank you for watching.